Within this video, I kind of really want to build on the ideas we've looked at so far, and we define the different types of strength, and we looked at how we measure strength by looking at the factors affecting strength. So we're looking at different characteristics that an individual may sort of display, which will affect how strong they are. It's kind of an interesting concept. So I suppose what we're trying to ask is, if we've got kind of like two arm muscles, and there's a bit of a tendency for us to think about biceps before triceps. There's a bit of discrimination goes on there. But let's say we were looking at two arms here. Why would one person's biceps muscle be stronger than somebody else's? What would make this muscle strong and someone else's muscle less strong? So let's actually think about those sort of concepts. And the first thing I want you to have an awareness of is what we might generally refer to as muscle composition. Now, I'm going to ask you to think, when I write the term, or when I say the term muscle composition, I'll try and say it correctly, muscle composition, what does it kind of make you think of? So there's two main points to this. Point one is all about fiber type. Okay, so it's all about fiber type. So I suppose the basic thing to say is the percentage of fast twitch fibers. The percentage of fast twitch fibers. So the key thing for me here is, if we had two of these muscles the same size, the one that had a greater proportion of type 2B fast glycolytic would be stronger. Now ask yourself, does that make sense to you? The muscle is the same size, but person 1 has got a higher proportion of type 2B fibers, and person 2 has got a higher proportion of, let's say for argument's sake, type 1 slow oxidative fibers. So the first person, person 1, is going to have that higher strength because their muscle composition is going to be swayed in that direction. And the second point is this. Not only do we need to think about the composition, but we also need to think about the size. And the size of the muscle we're really interested in is what we might call the cross-sectional area. So I guess this means that if we took sort of like a cut of this muscle and we looked at its size, how big, what would be the actual circumference of that circle, and how big would that cross